Today's video is sponsored by PCBWay. More of them in a minute. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So, I think about 2 years ago I made a black PlayStation 1 for a friend, and I always want to do something similar to me, but of course not exactly the same. So today we have this PlayStation 1 that I got pretty cheap, and also with the bonus that it can read backup games, and I thought that would be perfect opportunity to make my own black PlayStation 1, but of course with a little twist. So if you are a fan of metalgearsolid, probably you will like this one. As always, have a seat, relax, enjoy me to check out the final result of this cool idea that I got. Stick around. And of course, we will start this project by disassembling the console completely and then start from there. And with the disassemble done, the first thing I wanna do, and this is gonna sound odd, is remove and cover the PlayStation badge on the top case. I don't have any fancy filler, so I will use this 2 compound paste and sand it, so I think it will do the job just fine. While the top case still dry, I do a quick scuff off camera of the rest of the plastics to get them ready to paint. Meanwhile, the top case is fully dry, so we can smooth it down too. After that, we are ready for some color. As you can see, the top case came out good, not 100% perfect, but for the idea I have in mind, that will work just fine. As for the color, of course, as I said earlier, black will be. So let's apply a couple of coats. And now, while the paint dry, I jump on the computer and start drawing the Metal Gear Solid Edition tribute parts. I will add some laser cutted acrylic pieces, and this is my final design. So on top we will have two different badges, the Foxhound and the Outer Heaven ones. On the center, the Metal Gear Solid logo, the PlayStation logo and my logo, and of course a couple more details. I think it looks pretty cool. I already sent the file to my friend Rui from Smeek Print Design, and of course in a couple days it will be ready to pick it up. Also, the file will be available on my website for download if you want grab a copy. Meanwhile, the paint is fully dry and came out amazing. Really perfect. The top part where we cover the badge has a slightly bright spot, but it won't be visible, so no problem at all. I still need to paint the controller ports, the motherboard ports and of course the power supply port, but first I will need to clean them, which I will do right away. But first, a word from our sponsor PCBWay. Today's sponsor PCBWay is now heading their 7th project design contest. In this contest, PCBWay has been encouraging the participants in open source innovation projects and inspiring more people to join the electronics community. For the first time this year, PCBWay had now a third theme to the contest. You now have electronic project, mechanical project and the STM32 project. And as always on PCBWay contests, the prizes are amazing, so what are we waiting for? Visit PCBWay.com to check out more. But for now, let's get back to the video. As for these two metal pieces, they are rusty, bented. I simply will not use it. That won't make a difference. And so, a couple days later, I picked up the acrylic pieces and they look pretty awesome. As you may notice, on the design I also made some pieces for the buttons, but I'm not yet sure how I'm gonna secure it, but I will see it later. As for the rest of the pieces, they have holes already made it, and my plan is secure it with hexagon bolts to give that industrial look. So, after some precise measuring, I made some marks, and I will now make the holes on the case. I know I could wait to do this before painting, but I think this will be a simple process and there will be no problems at all. And as you can see, I got both pieces done with the bolts already in place. Looks really good. Now I will make the same to the top lid. And after a while the top lid is also done. Looks really good too. Meanwhile, the rest of black parts are painted. The controller ports, the motherboard and the power supply. And now I will reassemble the console while I think how I will secure the acrylic pieces for the buttons. So let's move on. The solution for the buttons and to keep the industrial look is to add a bolt on the center of the acrylic piece. Honestly, it's almost ruined the look. The bolts didn't really match, but if I have them bigger it will cover the design. But it's done. I don't really like it, but that's nothing I can do. So let's move on. Before I continue, I have two extra bolts, so I realized that I forgot to install the two bolts on the motherboard, so I quickly undo the reassembly and install them quickly. And finally, we are done. And this is it. I finally have my black PlayStation 1, but slightly different. Metal Gear Solid is a game with a legion of fans, and I hope some of them appreciate this little work. Again, and as always in my works, none of them are perfect, but overall, this one came out really cool. I don't have time to get a backup of the Metal Gear Solid game, but I have a demo, so let's play it. And this is all for today. I hope you enjoy another cool project. If you want to see more, please consider subscribe, leave a like, comment, and also share this video. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.